YouTube, and welcome to episode 18 of Summer Shredding. It's the 18th of May. I was going to say September then. It's the 18th of May on a Wednesday. So what that means is it's chest and tries. But first of all, before I get into that, I want to say a big happy 21st birthday to my best friend Darren. He's the guy that we had the barbecue for on Saturday, so a big happy birthday to him. I thought that was a really cool guy, but it was just a man. But yeah, no, big happy birthday to him. Hope he has a great day and all that good stuff. Now on to the workout that we're going to be doing today. What we got is we got the chest and tries. So because we're focused on the lateral head of the tricep and the mass gainer movements on Sunday, we're now going to be working on the width of the chest, i.e. flies. So we're going to be focusing on that today, along with the inner head of the tricep, which will assist us when we're doing bench presses and stuff. So we're also going to be doing flat bench dumbbell bench press, and that's simply because I want to try and improve my bench press just in general. So I'm going to be doing dumbbell work just to try and make sure that I keep the movements correct, keeping each pec individually the same, if that makes sense, so that they're the same size, and making sure that one's not beating the other in strength. So that's basically my plan for today. I'm also going to do quite a bit of core. It's quite nice for this time in the morning. I'm going to do probably Kai Greens and warm-up workout. That seems to work really well. So that consists of 50 crunches, 20 side crunches each side, 20 alternate crunches, 20 leg raises, and I think that's it. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be doing a walk as usual. I got my walking shoes on today. I said walking shoes, they're not walking shoes, but they're like running shoes for track and stuff, instead of like my usual Converse. So I got these on today. Don't know if you can see them. Bright green, but they're as close as you are gonna get to damn black trainers nowadays. I don't like brightly coloured shoes, but I think I'm kind of getting into them a bit more now. But when I bought these, I was like, nah, I'm really against all that brightly coloured stuff. I didn't like it. So anyway, I'm gonna wait for my bus. I've got about 5 minutes. It's 4:20 at the moment, which means I'm late. But yeah, so I'll speak to you guys a bit later on. Guys, as you probably know by now, I mean if you don't, then I'm going to tell you now anyway, but I'm rocking a regular camera, so not a regular one, but it's like an actual camera rather than a phone or anything. Now, people look at you differently when you're vlogging with a regular, a normal camera rather than a phone. I found out when you're vlogging with a phone, people look at you as though you're a weirdo a little bit more often, whereas if you use an actual camera, they look at you and think, okay, is he doing something important? So I don't know whether it's like they think you're a professional filmmaker or something. I don't know, but it's quite cool. People see a camera and think, okay, I don't know, it's definitely different. So if you are a bit nervous about filming yourself in public, I don't know if any of you guys are wanting to, but definitely maybe invest in an actual camera and a tripod, and you'll get probably a little bit more respect when walking through the middle of nowhere or in the middle of a busy place vlogging. So definitely something to think about. I always wondered I still wonder now what goes through YouTubers' heads when they're vlogging in public. For example, Steve Kirk or Christian Guzman or someone like that, just vlogging in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a shopping centre or something. I always wonder what they think. But anyway, I'll see you later. which is like a bit of a twinge just in between my bicep and my tricep. So you know, like the line in between it that you get. I felt a little bit there. I don't know whether it's supporting my pec or my tricep or something. I don't know why. It's okay though. I'll probably work through it. It's not that much. It's not that painful. And once I tweak the fly form, I managed to get a better stretch and get rid of the niggle. So maybe it was just me doing it wrong. But no, I finally got my protein. So I got protein in my bag, just ready. It's mixed up. I'm just going to drink it when I'm done with you guys. Yeah, I mean, people obviously at the gym have noticed that I've got a camera in my bloody face all the time. So they asked what it was about. I explained it was YouTube, and all sorts like that. So they're all cool with it. I did say to them, look, if you ever have a problem with me recording you, or if you get in the background or something, then just let me know. I'll delete the footage, no problems. So I did mention it to them. They all seem pretty cool with it. I think that's definitely a courtesy thing to do. I didn't do it to begin with because I wanted to see if I liked it or not before I started announcing that I had a YouTube channel or not. So now that I'm enjoying the hell out of this, I'll put it in the other hand. Now that I'm enjoying the hell out of this and going to do it for probably quite a long time, I thought it was time to let everyone know. Now, I said about Darren's birthday earlier. Again, happy birthday to him. Now, he is my only friend, I think, at the moment that knows about my YouTube channel. So, as you know, that's a lie. Kelsey does, and so does Ozzy. But, like, you know, I'm not telling people that are immediate to me, friendship-wise, just yet. Mainly because I want to see how it works out. I know I'm going to enjoy it, but if it's going to be something where I grow like a mother trucker and get like 1,000 subscribers in a short space of time, then I'm going to have to put out more content and stuff, and I'm going to have to do it a bit faster. I'm going to have to get in their faces with the camera a bit more, maybe. Wrong choice of words, but you know what I mean. Whereas if I stay like a small channel for a while, then, or do forever, then I probably won't tell them. Anyway, I've just seen my bus. I've got to run. See you in a bit. So it's Gary here from My GPS Fitness. You've heard this one before, actually. I've said that. I realised I don't say that very often. But in case you guys didn't know, I literally just changed my Instagram name from being Gary P. Sawyer to iGPS Fitness. I decided to stick it out there a little bit more. As I'm getting on and enjoying it a bit more, I decided why not go with the full hog and go see if I can get that to begin with. Realised it was available, so I changed it. So, on to what I wanted to talk about. I'm going to give you a brief overview now, but on Saturday is going to be the main video about it. So, basically what it is people ask me all the time, what do I eat? So I'm going to do a video about it on Saturday, as I said, but it's also I'm also going to add into it whether you want to cut, whether you want to bulk, and which cut or bulk I would suggest. So I think it's key, is vital information, especially if you're someone that is very new to this and doesn't really know much about the nutrition. You might know a lot about training but not about the nutrition, or you might be the other way around. You often find that when you think you know about nutrition, you really don't. I did that the first year I stepped in the gym. I used to eat chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice, but the quantities would be way off. There'd be enough to make it so that I could eat as much as I want and not get hungry. I thought, you know, I just eat as much as I want of the clean stuff and I won't get fat. Then, okay, I lost a little bit of weight, but nothing serious. So, definitely check out the video that's coming up on Saturday. You've only got, is it Wednesday? Yeah. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday it'll be up. So, that'll be, that'll be hopefully interesting for you. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is the scales. Now, yesterday I weighed in at 174 pounds. I didn't really get too hung up on about it because I'm used to it fluctuating. Now, when I stepped on them this morning, they were down there on a bit of wood that my dad made. Fantastic. However, it weighed me in at 53 pounds, and I knew straight away something was wrong. It was that wrong that the Fitbit scales didn't even recognise me. So sadly that's gone down the chute. I'm going to have to go back to the bathroom scales and go from there. It was a good idea, just didn't pull it off, which is a shame because I'd love to have done that. Now another thing being is I want to talk about the fluctuation of your weight. Now just expect it to fluctuate. If you're weighing yourself every day, it's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. But it shouldn't be going up and down by like 4 pounds. It should be more like a pound, 2 pounds. It will go up depending on your water. If it has gone up by sometimes if I've eaten really badly the day before, it will fluctuate by about 4 or 5 pounds. But you need to put in adjustments for that for the next day so that you can get that off, because it will come off the day after. There'll be no problems with it. It's just you need to make sure that you factor it in. So the way I think of it is it's a weekly sort of ideal. Now this isn't a scapegoat, but it's a weekly ideal. It's more like, okay, so I've got to eat that many. I don't know how to explain it. You've got a week's worth of calories, but you divide them into the days that you have each day. So that's the way I sort of think of it, because most people weigh themselves weekly. So that's the way I think of it. So if you do mess up by 1,000 on one day, eat 1,000 less the next day, because it will even itself out. And that's not to say that you can eat 4,000 calories then eat none the next day. It doesn't work like that. That's just going to hit starvation mode and that's going to go. But if it is a one-off situation where you've gone, oh shit, didn't mean to do that, I would probably say maybe up to 1,000, depending on you. If you're quite small or whatever, you're not weighing very much, maybe don't go over 500 or whatever. But just remember, it's not the end of the world if you do go off your diet for one meal. I wouldn't say go for a cheat day, I'd go for a cheat meal. Your progress will not be hurt by one cheat meal. It will probably more likely be hurt by one cheat day than in one cheat meal. So maybe if you're going out and it's your birthday, or you've got family coming around, or just some special occasion that you need to have, that you won't feel like you deserve a cheat meal. You've been dieting for maybe 3-4 months, and you feel like you deserve it. You've done a load of work, but you don't want to take it off. So instead of going in and being like, okay, I'm going to have 40 pancakes, I'm going to have a tray of brownies, that's just breakfast. No, just relax. You've got people like The Rock who are massive. You've got people like Rich Piana who are massive. All those guys, they can get away with that because their body, they would be naturally eating that sort of calories anyway in a day. So it's probably the same amount of calories, it's just in a different processed form. But what I'd say is maybe go for, if your favourite meal is, I don't know, spaghetti bolognese. It's not particularly clean, but it's not particularly unhealthy either. Go for that. Have that as a cheat meal. You're gonna get on fine. So this is gonna wrap up today. I'm pretty sure there's something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't really remember what. So if it does spring to me, I'll do it tomorrow. Anyway, this is episode 17, I believe. 17? No, 18. I've done it again. Good job I got a calendar. Oh, that was it. That's what I was going to talk about. Organisation. Now, you know me. I preach and then sometimes do a little bit different to what I preach. So I decided I'm going to stop being a hypocrite. I'm going to do exactly what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to get organised. I'm going to get prepped. I'm going to go on like that. Now, I preach it beforehand, but I had no one watching over me saying, okay, you didn't do that. You're an arsehole. Now, I've got you guys. I know it's just the camera and I can turn the camera off at any point, but who would that be cheating? That would be cheating myself. So, by having you guys here, it's almost like a moral support to say, keep on track. I know what I've got to do. It's just, no one's watching. What's the problem? So, I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep doing this. Make sure that my meals are clean, because you guys will absolutely batter me. And I'm hoping you will if I start going off track. So anyway, remember, preparation, think about what you're doing, use common sense with everything, and I think that's pretty much all I covered. So, I will speak to you guys tomorrow for episode 19, where it is, what day is it? It's back, upper back, and biceps. Biceps, my second favourite body part apart from legs. So I'll speak to you guys tomorrow morning.